This is the exacttrades.com movers report for July 26, 2011. Taking a look here at the S&P 500, you can see that we're holding up pre-market from the pullback yesterday's close. Still have that consolidation that I've been talking about here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So we're looking to hold in this area. This is kind of the range we've been in. Look for a possible breakout over 135 or a drop below 133. That's really going to give you a signal as far as which side you want to be biased to with your trades. But right now I think both longs and shorts should work fine, and we should get some pretty good volatility for today. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's trades. First we have BRCM, that's Broadcom. You can see here we're gapping up. Probably going to open right around this 3750 area. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So we're gapping up over this resistance area. We're going to look to take this long on the open on a higher high with strong volume. Look to take it long around 3765 to 3770. Going to look to take some profit around 38 and then see if we can push through 38. Next resistance is going to be around 3850. So take a little bit more, 3850. I would leave a small piece to see if it can move over 3850, possibly come into 39 area. Next we have DANG, D-A-N-G. You can see here we're gapping up. Looks like we're going to open probably between this 1180 to 12 mark. Put a mark here at 1190. Let's take a look at the daily. You can see here we've had about 5 sessions of consolidation here in this pretty tight range. We're going to be breaking out above that. I would look to take this long over 1190. We might run into a little bit of resistance at 12, so watch it closely at 12. You could possibly start smaller and then add to it on a break over 12. Give yourself about 1195 average, and then I would look to take profit around 1220 and then try to leave a piece to go into possibly 1240 or 1250 area. I'm going to face some pretty good resistance around 1269, 1270 right there. So that's really the highest target I would have for it for today. You could possibly leave a small piece open as a swing trade for a couple days. I think there's going to be some good money in this on the long side, possibly up into the 13 and then eventually maybe 14 to mid 14 area. So consider that at the end of the day. Also take a look at the markets. If you see that we're breaking over resistance levels, we could go on a nice 2 or 3 day run. So the longs would be something that you could keep a small piece of. Next we have Waters Corp, WAT, W-A-T. You can see here we're gapping down. We're going to open probably around this 90 area. So we're looking at a gap down. We're looking to take this long off support around 90. So what you want to do is watch this on the open. Should open here around between 90 to 91 area. Look for a move above the high of the day with strong volume. Start small, go long, wait for a pullback and see if it gives a higher low and can trend up today. I would look at it as a first target around 92. And then possibly 93. I would leave a small piece to see if you could get maybe 94, 95, especially if we have a strong day in the market. It could move up in this 94, 95 range, but 92, 93, start taking some profit and leave a little bit to move up higher. Also, too, before the market opens, this could open up here. So if it does open up higher, just pass on it. It could just pop back up into the 96, 95, 96 area, but if you get an open down here between 90 to 92, I wouldn't probably take it past 92. If you do, start small, real small position. But as it opens higher, it takes your money out of the trade, so it reduces your reward and increases your risk. Next we have SPWRA, SunPower Corp. You see here we're gapping down. Came down into 19 and bounced, kind of holding here around 20. Should open around this 20 to 1990 area. Take a look at the daily chart. So you see here we have some really good support around 20, and we had the big sell-off in yesterday's session down from 22 and actually was up into the 23 range a few days before. So I'm looking for a bounce off of 20 to take long. Again, same with this one. I want it to open right around 20 and then look for it to start moving up off the open. Take it long and try to get a trending higher highs and higher lows. Look to take some profit around 2030 to 2040. Resistance is going to be right around 21. So leave a small piece and see if you can come into 21. And if it can get through 21, I mean, it could be pretty strong, 2150, maybe even 22. So just look for that strong bounce off of 20. If it fails 20, back off of it. Let it bottom out. It should round out or base out, and then you can come back and possibly trade it later in the morning as a long, maybe off of this 1930 area or 1950. So if it does fail 20, just let it settle, come around, and then possibly take it, and again start slow, take a small piece, and then see if you can break the trend and start to move up for the day. Next we have Weatherford International, WFT. You can see here that having some pretty strong buying here, pre-market moving up into 22 area. Probably going to open around 22. Take a look at the daily chart. So we're coming into this overhead resistance area. I'm going to look to take this short into the gap. So look for it to fail down below 22. Set a new low of the day and start with a small position. Look for a new low. You can add to it. It should trend down. I would look to take profit somewhere around 2170 to 2165, depending on where your entry is. Look to get that 1% profit first locked in, then see if it can set new lows. Could come into the 21 area and then keep a small piece to see if it can break down below and close the gap into 2050. Next we have RSH, Radio Shack. You can see here that we had a strong move up. A lot of buying here. Going to open probably around this 1550 range. Let's take a look at the daily. So that's a pretty large gap. Coming into a lot of resistance here around 1550 to 16. So if we open anywhere in this range, look to take this short back into the gap. I'm looking to sell it into it. Watch it open. See if it'll fail to a new low of the day. Take some short. Look for a bounce. See if it's a weaker bounce, and then you could add to the position. Look to take profit around 1% depending on your entry. If you open around 1550, you could be taking profit around 1530 to 1520 area. Then try to take some around 15 and leave a little bit to see if it can break down below 15 and into the 1450s. There's going to be a lot of support at 14, so I doubt it can come back this far, but it's possible, especially if we have a weak day. So something just to watch. Okay, we have Covidien gapping up this morning. Probably going to open around this 53.50 to 53.30 range, right around there. Take a look at the daily. Gapping up. We got this downtrend here. So we're opening into some pretty good resistance area between this 53.50 and 54 area. I'm going to look to short this into the gap. Look to take profit around 53. Probably going to need to fill that 53, and then it could come into 52 area. So 53, 52.50, and then 52. You could leave a small piece maybe to get into this low 51s, but I really think 52 is probably going to be all it has. Not going to keep this as a swing trade. Just going to be a one-day trade on this. So that's the report for today. Good luck, everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.